Welcome back in here to another episode of the Bode Biteler Show. It is episode 14. I'm here with my little brother, Bode. Say what's up.
What's up?
And as you can see, we've got Little League stuff set up all over. Most of this podcast episode is going to be talked about the Little League World Series with him and with me. We were both blessed to play in the Little League World Series, me in 2021, him just this past August on the latest team. So it's going to be a lot of stuff. And if you're not a big baseball fan, I still encourage you to stay here. There's a lot that you can learn or you'll still be interested in, even though baseball is just not your thing. But as you can see, we have a ton of stuff out here with the gear. We're going to show you guys what you get at the Little League World Series compared to my year and his year. And as you can see, he obviously got a lot more stuff than I did back in the day. But
still got a lot more, too.
Yeah. I don't know about a lot more, but there's still more where it came from.
Yeah.
This is about it for me. And I'm still happy about what I got.
And the experience, too.
What do you mean?
Comes along with it as well.
Here, you can put the mic closer still. Right. That's a good idea. Can I? Ooh, nice. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. So, actually, let me go over the episode just a little bit more. We might get into some basketball stuff with him and some Hoop City, with some just some travel ball and stuff going on, and we'll do a draft of the best video games of all time.
Most iconic, yeah.
Most iconic. But most of this episode, just to warn you guys, will be about the Little League World Series. So, but again, let's jump right into it. So, my first question for you, we'll kind of compare our years as a whole. My first question for you is, what was it like the first day you arrived in that bus to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, at the Little League World? Like what were your first initial thoughts?
It was just we made it here, and it's just whatever happens doesn't matter because it's we've made it so far, and it's just, you feel so blessed to be there. Or it's just whatever happens, you don't care. But it's obviously once you step on that field and start playing, it's you want to be there for way longer. Which obviously we lost, but no. Yeah,
I know what you mean. I should get a little context. He out there. Well, before I get into records and everything, I just wanted you guys to know there is. It's so hard to make it to the Little League World Series. Yeah. I would say coming from Sioux Falls, it's easier than most of the world. Probably,
but around, statistically, it's definitely one of the hardest.
Should I look up real quick? I have the computer
It's out. One of the hardest.
My handy-dandy Chromebook from school.
I'm 90% sure it's one of the hardest tournaments to win in, sports.
Let me see here.
History.
Oh, my gosh. Look up on your phone. Oh, no. So the amount of Little League teams in the world,
it's
180,000.
I looked
only
that up
20 teams in the world every year make it. So
and it used to be less. It used to be 16.
Less. Yes, it used to be 16. Actually, the year after my year, it was only 16, which was different with
COVID.
No international. But the year after my year, they expanded to more regions.
But it did take away the consolation game, the third game. So we only got to play 2. The consolation game where
we had no console.
I know, but with international teams, if you lost your first 2 bracket play games, you got to play the other side international teams.
Yeah. So what you're saying, explain even more for the people listening. Used to back in the day, this was actually a while ago.
Yeah.
Usually, if you went 0-2, you'd get a third one just to make your trip and your stay worthwhile. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You lose 2 and you're done. So Bode did go 0-2 out there in the Little League World Series. We were fortunate enough to make it all the way to the Final Four. Started out 3-0, then lost 2 in a row. We lost in the semifinal, we lost in the Tom Seaver, the bracket championship, and then we lost in the third place game. But yeah, also, I know I asked you the first question about what it was like to be there, but again, I'm just giving you guys some background here. I know we're 4 minutes in, but just giving you some background. You have to win Little League, your league, creates an all-star team out of all the kids in the league. Then that team has to win a district tournament in your state, has to win the state tournament, and then has to go on to win the regional tournament to make it to the Little League World Series. And if you're in a bigger state like California, you have to win a district tournament, a sectional tournament, a state tournament, and then the regional tournament, and then it goes to the Little League World Series. So, again, you guys can do more research yourself, but I'm going to start getting into the questions. So, yeah, what was the field like? Because I know we are big fans back when we were younger watching on TV. What was it like seeing it first time?
Okay, first time, they have all the lights, like they have colored lights on there, which makes it crazy. And it's pitch black outside. Lights, because we get there late, lights are out, like they're colored and everything.
Well, can you explain the lights on the field, like what you mean? Because people don't necessarily know what you mean by that. Like, do you know how to explain it at all, or no?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I can maybe try to find a picture for you guys and put it on the screen for you right now. But
I have a picture that you can put on there.
But what he's saying, at night they have almost like a light show on the field.
Yeah. That's a good way to describe it. Yeah, they have, like, at night when there's no one playing, they basically have a light show on the field. And it's just like you arrive there. They take you for a tour of the fields and stuff, and it's just like seeing it, and like from seeing it on TV is a way different experience seeing it live.
100%.
And it's just crazy.
Well, what was the biggest? Because obviously I was there in 2021 before you, so you were there before, so you kind of knew your way around a little bit more than everyone else. But yeah, was it still different than back in 2021?
Yes, sure.
Like just being there again. Like,
yeah,
was it?
Yeah, 100%. Because I knew I was gonna be playing on there.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
Yeah, your mindset about the whole thing is different rather than being a spectator.
Yeah, and it's like I earned my way here, and it's like I'm gonna be playing on that field. It's just like absurd.
I totally agree from my experience. Like, you get there, it's like this was all on TV, and now you're actually gonna be playing here.
Yeah.
And now you're the one on TV. I agree. It's just a surreal moment that you can already, like, you get there and you just look at the field at night. It's everyone there on your team goes with you. You know, you guys all, you go with your coaches. They took you a tour, and everyone there is just silent with each other. No one really says a word, but just observes I mean, for us, though, we were kind of going crazy. Yeah, I mean, for us, we were almost in awe. We were just like, wow. We were going crazy. And especially, I mean, we'll probably get there, but just like in Indy, even like before you're not even in Williamsport and you win that championship game, you're like, we're going to Williamsport. Yeah. And Indiana, by the way, is where the regional championship is, Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, technically Whitestown, Indiana, right next to Indianapolis. Yeah. That's where you play your regional. And they, fortunately enough, won. Oh, yeah, that's another question. What was it? I mean, obviously these feelings are amazing, but what was it like winning in Whitestown, Indiana? Best moment of my life. I'm not even joking. Probably best moment of my life. Championship? Best moment of my life. Was it just satisfaction, or was it like, was it more of like, was the reaction more of like we're going to Williamsport, or was it like we just, that's a dumb question, never mind. I think... like I was gonna say, was reaction more of like we just won the regional championship, or like we're going to Williamsport, like we moved on. You know, there was almost three things. There's three things to it. So first, we just beat a team that we lost to in the semis, basically. Oh, that's right. We beat them in the championship. Right. We lost them the first time, and then we kind of killed them a little bit. And then, second thing, I see you do it. And it's just like, I'm never going to be here again. And it's just like, I did it. And it's just like, third thing, obviously, we're going to Williamsport. So. Yeah. And me, if you go back on the replay I got that ball. I had the last out. I kept that ball. I have that ball. Put it in your back pocket like a little Anthony Rizzo 2016 World Series. And I was thinking that. The last inning, I was like, I'm probably not going to get it. It's probably going to be a strikeout. But if I get the last out, I'm keeping the ball. So. Do you still have the ball? Yep, I have it. Where is it? Up in my room. In a case? Yep. That's sick. But yeah, what were the emotions before your first game at Williamsport? Like, what was like? What was the? I mean, you faced Florida first game, and for those of you that don't know, obviously. Hold on, let me say one thing. Florida, if you don't know, that was their first game they played. They lost 3-1. We did? Yeah. No, we lost 2-1. 2-1. And Florida would go on to win the whole thing. The whole
And
Lily
they
World
lost
Series.
to Chinese Taipei in the championship 2-1 as well.
They beat Chinese Taipei.
They won against Chinese Taipei 2-1.
Anyway, so what were your emotions going like?
So starting that game, it was almost like we have nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like we're gonna go out there, have fun, play our game, play defense, because we know that they're gonna hit the crap out of the ball, which they did, but we made plays.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we made plays, but they just got one more than we did. So it's basically how I'm gonna put it. And we did not hit the ball that great. We just got sort of lucky with him throwing balls and just walking people. And then we got a perfect bunt down, which put some more people on base.
Well, you guys went up 1-0 in the third?
It was either third or fourth.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they went up in the fifth inning, top of 5 or something like that.
What was it? The pitcher they faced? You guys faced a guy throwing
74.
Topping, probably.
Topping 74.
At 12 years old.
At 12 from
at
40.
Even at my
from
age, it's not great.
Wait,
but
what?
46 feet away.
Yeah, 46.
Equivalent to
93.
Faster than that. 74 from there is equivalent to 98.
Yeah.
MLB reaction time.
I mean, I hit pretty bad in Williamsport, I'm not going to lie. I went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, but
the pitching you faced was phenomenal.
I got on base, I got walked once, that's all that matters.
Hey, the defense was good though. You made some nice plays.
Yeah, I didn't have an error in Williamsport.
And you it's not you didn't, in 2 games, but you got a decent amount of chances.
Yeah.
Probably had 5 or 6
sure.
put out.
And we turned double play.
Mm-hmm. In that game?
Almost identical to yours.
Yeah,
pretty close to yours.
We had a couple of double plays back in 2021. Me and Casey Mediger, if you guys know who that is, second baseman. I was the shortstop. Yeah, that's cool. We both played shortstop as well.
Shout out Soli.
We both played shortstop and batted one for our team.
Mm-hmm. I had more drip than you, though.
I wasn't big in the drip back then. You had more to go in, but
yeah, for sure. 100%.
What was the off the field type thing? Because obviously there's so many countries there.
Yeah.
Australia, Japan, Chinese Taipei.
We made crazy friends with Chinese Taipei.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese Taipei was probably our best friends, which using Google Translate and stuff.
That's sick.
We also having Keniel Flores. He with other teams talking Spanish. He was kind of our interpreter, and which was crazy. And just being around them, it's just it feels weird, but it's I don't know how to put it. It's just surreal, and it's I also made great friends with Canadian kids. Canadian kids were up there as well. They're nice kids.
Wait, so what was your favorite? Did you say your favorite? Did I miss? Who were your favorite?
You
said
favorite?
But who was your favorite country to hang out with or talk with?
I think.
Well, you said Chinese Taipei was your best friends?
As a team.
That's the international team you probably hung out with the most?
Yeah, for sure. But there was this one kid on Canada. Oh, and Cuba. I forgot about Cuba.
I remember you told me a kid
Brian.
about
Shout out Brian.
Kid's named Brian from...
shout out Brian. Oh,
I'm not trying to get racist or anything, but...
Shout out Brian. Cuba.
Kid from Cuba named Brian.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
I don't think he got to play that much, but Brian. Iconic. And then, I can't recall his name from Canada, but pretty good friends with him. And then, the Chinese Taipei team, we made a chant. They made us say a chant on the bus. We have a video of it. Sounds so stupid. It translated to our coach is our daddy. That's what it meant.
What the?
So stupid. So stupid.
Who did you, because, how should I explain this? So to explain you guys, they have, what are you going to say?
But Florida's kids. I love Florida's like teammates, like
Yeah.
as their kids, but
You said their coach was really
a little
insane.
insane.
The dude was.
Oh, and Caribbean. Shout out Caribbean. We shared. So if in the dorms we had to like share a bathroom with an international team.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you right there. I'm gonna explain this part because I think you'll do a better job.
Okay.
I know I said. I feel like I can explain this part better to make it not sound weird. So basically, you have dorms in this far section. They call it the Grove.
Yeah.
So I should go over the Grove a little bit. The Grove is kind of this gate. It's on the whole complex of the Little League World Series. So let's say this. You have your fields off to the right and the Grove off to the left. And the Grove is separated from the fields by a fence. Now the Grove, you have pickleball, basketball, yard games.
You had a pool, though. You had a pool.
We'll get into that.
Okay.
You have the cafeteria, and then you have these dorms off to the side.
And the game room. Can't forget the game room.
No, the game room. You got ping pong,
arcade
rooms.
MLB The Show 25.
Yep.
Always had the newest MLB The Show game. Ping pong tables, arcade games.
Yep.
Some of the arcade games were kind of whack, though. I'm not gonna lie. They had this one.
We did not
game.
have any arcade games because of COVID back when we played. We still had ping pong,
tough.
but it was still a blast. Still a blast. We'll get into but the dorms. We'll get into, like I said, we'll get into the dorms. The dorms are off to the left side of the complex, and now there's 2 stories to the dorms, and on each story there's 2 rooms for each. Or no, there's 2 rooms on each story, 1 for each team. So there's 4 teams in each
4 dorm room.
Yeah, for each building of a dorm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say on the bottom, you guys are on the bottom.
No, we're on top.
Oh, you're on the top.
We're
okay?
on top.
On the top, let's say Bode's team Midwest was on the left, and the Caribbean was on the right. In the middle of between those 2 rooms is a bathroom, and you kind of share that bathroom. But
showers,
the showers. You do kind of share the showers. Yeah. And there's no dividers.
Hey, at least, we kind of had it planned out. They showered in the morning, we showered at night. It kind of just happened that way. So.
Yeah, just to make that clear, guys. Okay, nothing weird. Okay.
But, so I don't even know how it happened, but we just got there and like we'd shower at night and they wouldn't be in there, and then we'd go in the morning, and it's like they'd just like be done showering because they'd get up early. And some of our kids were light sleepers, so they'd hear them. But I'm a deep sleeper, so I didn't hear them at all. But
yeah, you get to share a bathroom. When we played, we had to share with Nebraska, who was in our regional at the time.
Was that like planned out?
Yeah, because with COVID and everything, they were in our
2
regional.
teams, yeah.
So it's somewhere team we've been close to the whole time with COVID. So
Kentucky though.
What about
got
Kentucky?
out with COVID.
Well, there was a lot of teams back in the day.
I thought that
got
was the only
knocked
team.
out with COVID. What?
I thought that was the only team. Like that was going to Williamsport.
No. There was this Arizona team in the West region.
Were they good?
Oh my gosh, they were insane. They had this lefty that could throw like 73, and he was huge.
And they made it to Williamsport.
They would have.
Oh. Well, like they won the championship.
No.
Oh.
They would have. They won like 1 game and got booted.
Yeah.
But they definitely would have. They were so good.
Hey, talk about Indy for a little bit. The fishing. Should we go there?
I mean, there was a fishing pond out in regionals.
It wasn't a fishing pond. It was just a pond.
Oh yeah, it was a pond.
Illegal to fish.
We got back in 2021. We got in trouble with the cops.
Twice?
Twice, yes. They had to come over and tell us.
Wasn't it the church's property, though?
Yeah, there was a church, the property, fish. We were throwing the fish back. We got in trouble with the cops twice. But I don't want to get much into that. It's not that interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you guys do usually on your off days? Because there
was no off days.
Oh, not for you? Mm-mm. I don't remember.
No off days. We were really big into like intense fielding. Like if you make an error, you'd have if your whole team makes an error, you'd have to restart the whole entire drill, and just you wouldn't be done until
No. Okay, yeah, you can keep going.
The whole drill's over, so we'd be there for a while.
No, I meant off days. What are you doing to relax when you don't have a game? Is what
off
day. Obviously, yes, you practice every day there. on their practice fields, and they have
and an Indy.
Yeah, and an Indy. But like no, not an Indy though. In Williamsport, what would you do on the days you didn't have a game? Is what I should say.
We spent most of our time actually. Okay, if any of my teammates are watching, you guys know about dorm baseball. We'd play this dorm baseball game. We'd take our water bottles. We had this foam baseball. We'd kill the crap out of that thing. But shout out Ryan Henry, best pitcher in dorm baseball history.
You know what we did?
And we play. And our team was heavy into pin trading, just because I was already there, so I really wanted to get a head start. So
we'll get into pin trading in just a sec.
Okay.
But I was gonna say these dorm stories, these dorm games. Yeah, I don't know if it's common between teams.
Didn't you guys have bunk beds though?
Yeah, they got rid of the bunk beds because a kid in 2023 fell off, hit his head. Has
Weren't
like permanent brain damage now because in the dorms there's carpet, but it's like concrete.
Yeah,
and there's no railing on those bunk beds. And actually, I was on the top bunk when I was there too, sharing with Bo Kerner. If Bo Kerner
was Boston on top, and doesn't he sleepwalk?
No, Boston was on the bottom. I made sure that Boston Bryant on our team had a little sleepwalking incident in the Anyway, but the game we played, you know what we did? We would take ping pong balls. Okay, it would be teams of 2 in the dorm. We'd line up, or not line up. You had a team on one end and a team on the other end. We had a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
And you'd take your shirts off.
Yeah.
You would alternate throws at throwing at each other's backs.
Yeah.
And the first one to tap out would lose. And as the game goes on, you keep getting closer and closer and closer. Gosh. Until someone taps out. Those games, I know it sounds simple, that was intense. That was crazy games.
Okay. Should I get into the crash outs or no?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, for those of you too, like we're not gonna get
when you're there, you're almost like family. Like it can get really bad, but it's like when you're on the field, you guys are best friends. Mhm. It's like you're in the dorm room, you hate each other, but then it's like you cool off, and then you get onto that field, you guys love each other. It's just like it's crazy.
I mean, you can maybe not to this degree, but when we played wiffle ball back then at the.
It was tough for us to play wiffle ball because Florida had that locked down. Florida was on there a lot, so we didn't get to play much.
Really? But we had to have our coach come and watch us play because of how heated those games would get in wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Like you said, on the field, it was like nothing ever happened. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, let's get into the pin trading a little bit.
Okay.
For those of you that you don't know, pin trading is a
staple.
It's like a big deal in Williamsport, Pennsylvania during the League World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, you got these old dudes. It's just hilarious. These old guys that just got pins everywhere, trying to get pins from you, trying to trade pins with you that are geeks and nerds about it.
When we were there, you could only bring in a certain amount of pins. So guys would have probably thousands of pins in their car, just not bring them in. Bring in probably their ones that they are willing to trade, at least decent pins willing to trade. Yeah. And it's just like this one dude. Okay, should I get into that story?
What story?
My Kobe pin.
About you trading with? Sure.
Okay, so I have probably dumb decision on my part. But I have this triplets pin that I got from the coach.
Oh, well, you got to explain the triplets pin.
Okay, you explain the triplets pin.
The triplets pin, I have it. The big pin trading, there was Australia had triplets on their team, and they had this pin with them on it that they created themselves, and it was like the most sought after pin that you could get. I mean, their parents are there. You tried to go up, hey, can we get one of your pins? They're like, we want a whole hat for it, like a team hat. That's like $40 in the shop there in the League World Series, the team shops. So, I mean, this isn't a crazy rare pin, and they don't have many of them, and they're not just giving them out, right?
Oh, so, I got mine for free.
Same. I
asked the dad, which was the coach.
We got lucky. So lucky. I feel like you guys don't understand because it's just pins. It's just pins.
The only reason I traded is because I knew you had one, and if I ever wanted to look at it, I could just...
You got to keep in mind, this is the holy grail of pins, honestly, out there this year. And literally, their sister came because she knew I've asked them before in the past, days before when we were out there, and the Australian sister just came up to me and go, "Hey, you want this pin?" And I just took it. I was in awe. I mean, it's just a pin, but it's like literally the holy grail of pins out there, these triplets. Oh, just to clear, that's the first ever set of triplets to ever play in the Little League World Series. Yeah. That's also why it's significant. But yeah, I guess you can.
I don't know how good they were, but they weren't that good.
Australia went 0-2. Pretty typical for them.
But, so I get that triplets pin for free from the coach, which is their dad. And same day, actually, I go. This dude's trying to trade me for it. Everyone's trying to trade me for it. I'm declining everybody. This dude asked me to trade for this. Not even joking. Probably. Okay, so it's like a full page worth of a pin. How big would that be? I don't even know. It fills up a whole full page of pins.
You guys know pins are usually like tiny.
Yeah.
This thing, I know if you're on Spotify, you can't really see, but
probably like 7 pounds. 7-pound pin.
Jeez, it was huge.
7-pound pin. Kobe pin.
Kobe Bryant.
And I also got these voodoo bats with the Philly Fanatic on them. Pretty dope.
Yeah.
But so I got the set of the Victus bats and that huge Kobe pin for the triplets pin. I know it wasn't probably the best valuable trade, but
you got quantity over quality.
Yeah. So
which in this case isn't terrible.
In my head, people are gonna want to look at that Kobe pin.
Yeah.
And it's just like, honestly, my team will love that pin.
Uh-huh.
Like, and I had my old binder from 2021. That thing was ripping. Like, when I got there, it was ripping. Like, crap. And I put that thing in there, and it just like, tore the handle off. So.
Well, you had a big advantage.
Yeah. And I had knowledge in pin trading.
Because you were there in 2021 when I went. So you knew pins were a big deal. When I got to 2021. And
since I was a player, I got more options to trade.
You have more access with the team. Yeah.
And so, yeah. And that's kind of why I traded my triplets pin away. Probably not the best idea, but I think it wasn't a bad deal.
I guess I'll get into my experience here now a little bit now that Bode's talked about his. But just to make this clear, Bode beat Missouri in the Midwest Championship to get to the Little League World Series. They would end up losing to Florida and New York.
Yep. Gosh, that's still... Gosh. We hit so bad against New York. We should have absolutely killed that pitcher.
The difference in our year, it was 2020, the year before ours. There was no Little League World Series because of COVID. The year after that, we were still fortunate enough to even have a Little League World Series. But difference was no international teams because of COVID. So they said we're taking 2 from each region. So we ended up coming second, which, I mean, not that big of a deal. I was 12 years old. I still got to play in the Little League World Series. I'm still fortunate, but I still feel like if we pitched it differently, because most of you might know Gavin Weir, we would have.
If they had to win that championship game, they definitely would have pitched differently won that game.
Yeah, we would have won I'm going to be a little biased because it's my team, but we were playing to win that semifinal game.
It's like it's pretty obvious. They're better than Nebraska.
Yeah, that we lost 2 in the Midwest Championship. So basically, they took 2 teams out of every region instead of 1 because there was no international teams. So there was just double the USA teams. It was just a whole USA Little League World Series. But, I think so. We were almost pitching to play. We just need to win that semifinal game to get to championship because we're in. The championship doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Obviously, who knows what would have happened if we.
But if you guys won that championship and let's say you played Hawaii right off the bat, you guys are not making it to the Final Four because they had to play Hawaii right off the bat.
We have Gavin Weir, Bode.
I know.
We're winning. It's Gavin Weir. Look. You understand? Gavin Weir was the team when I played. He was the team. Yes, don't get me wrong. We had some really good baseball players on our team.
It still would have been a tougher road to get to that Final Four.
Yeah. So coming second wasn't so bad for us.
Yeah.
We had to play Louisiana the first round.
Yeah, and I know.
They were honestly one of the people had them favorites to win the whole thing.
That California game was very clutch. That was a crazy game against California.
Oh, yeah, when Gavin Weir, we won 1-0. He threw a no-hitter.
Yeah.
He pitched against Louisiana. we won 2-0. He threw a no-hitter. But
I actually had allergic reaction before that game, too.
Okay. That's not needed. Anyway. But, Gavin, how should I say? Okay, let's go into this. So, the difference about our year, like I said, no international teams. There was also limited fans. But I think the biggest thing, you can say on this, because I remember when I was this summer, and people coming up to me like, man, must have sucked not having fans.
No.
But here's the thing. You guys would think with no fans, obviously the energy was maybe a little bit worse than his with a lot of fans, like 20,000 fans at his game. But
I think as a player, you want those fans there. But if you're a spectator...
Oh, well, you want fans too.
Okay, I know you want fans, but how packed it is in there, like in the concourse is...
Yeah, there's 20,000 fans.
Crazy.
No, but... Here's the thing, buddy. Would you say the atmosphere felt more dead?
No.
It just felt different.
It was just different. It felt more personal, if I can put it that way.
Like the games felt more intense, kind of? Like it felt like a... What was that supposed to mean?
I don't know how to put it, but...
I know what you're kind of trying to say, but for
you're
them...
playing for almost... I don't know how it felt, but almost you're playing for your family. I don't know how to put it for that, but I don't know how to put it.
Yeah, what you're saying doesn't... I think I know what you're trying to say. What you're saying does not relay what... I don't know. It just felt... The games felt... I would say more intense. You felt more locked in. I don't think you were more worried about the fans, but the atmosphere didn't feel dead.
Yeah.
You'd think it feels dead in there. It felt... Like you could still feel intense. The atmosphere felt like there was a lot of people watching you, and there still was on ESPN on every game and at home.
Well, also because when I was in the crowd, you're going crazy because it's like you're
and don't get me wrong,
I was trying to win that game for him, even though I was in the crowd.
But don't get me wrong, it wasn't like there was nobody there. There still was like 1,000 people at every game. But how should I say this? It still felt like you were playing in the Little League World Series.
Yeah.
It felt like it. You knew, felt like every game was intense.
How did it feel off the field?
It felt like the Little League World Series still, but again, you were limited. You couldn't necessarily...
We also couldn't see you. Our family couldn't see you guys.
But the thing is that we couldn't necessarily always go hang out with other teams, but we did. We weren't supposed to because of COVID, but... No, we met a lot of nice people. We were actually really good friends. Like you said, Chinese Taipei, we made really good friendship with Hawaii towards the end of that trip. But I think the biggest thing, like you said at the beginning of this podcast, it's not... when you get there, you feel like, oh, yeah, nothing happened. You don't... How should I say this? Well, you said it earlier, but when you get there, you're like, oh, we're in the Little League World Series. It doesn't matter. Nothing... win or lose, go 0-2, we did it, nothing. But when you get there and you start playing, and when you and when you get there, it's like, this is so much fun, and so this is the best time of my life as a 12-year-old. I don't want to lose.
Yeah, because kind of funny story, but so we win the championship. Mm-hmm. We win the championship, and we're going to the Little League World Series, and we're on the ride back to the hotel, and we're all celebrating.
During regionals after you won the regional championship,
everybody's like, I don't care who we pitch, and I don't care where I bat in the lineup and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then you get there, you start playing, and it's just I don't want to leave.
I wouldn't say you take it for granted, but this is too much fun.
Yeah,
and too much don't get me wrong, even with all the COVID restrictions we had and everything, it's still the best moment of my life.
And it's the bond that you have with even your coaches.
Yeah, I think you create this tighter bond even with not being interacting with all these people. But like I said, it still felt like you're at the League World Series. It felt like those games were intense. It felt like those games you watched on TV in the moment. And I think even people on TV could agree. And didn't feel dead on the television. Yeah. Especially, And
with all that, all the talent that was there when you were there was also made it more intense. Because there wasn't, a flat-out, okay, this this team's going to win it all.
Oh, yeah, there was tons of talent
tons
there.
of talent there. Which, don't get me wrong, there's never been really where there's no talent in the Little League World Series.
Yeah. For
sure. But that year that he went, there wasn't a flat out okay, this team's going to win.
Well, there also wasn't teams. I think you can watch the League World Series now, but they're 12 years old.
Yeah.
They're not going to be that great, but you can see, okay, they're not. Which I think would you say our competition was better when we played than yours? It depends. Because I don't want to necessarily argue that.
Because we also didn't play as many games as they did.
But you guys also had teams like Florida where they threw gas, you know?
Yeah. We definitely saw better pitching.
Yeah.
I don't know how to... Because we definitely saw better pitching.
I feel like how should I say this? Our Little League World Series was probably more even amongst the field. A lot of the teams were almost even skilled. Obviously, there were some teams that were better than others and teams that were worse than others. But your year might have felt like maybe it was a little bit like, I don't know, one heavy loaded. Like the best teams are really, really good and the bad teams weren't that. I don't know, though. It's the Little League World Series, like you said. Yeah. Every team there is good. Mm-hmm. Those kids are good at baseball.
And it's just they're good in different areas. And it's some kids aren't grown. Yeah, if you're grown, you're going to be good. Especially in the Little League World Series. If you're grown, you're going to be good.
Yeah.
Our team, we have a bunch of young kids on our team. Mm-hmm. 4 kids on that team are now in 6th grade, and I'm in 7th grade, so they're young. Mm-hmm. So they could almost be playing another year, but with the age and stuff, they can't. But
yeah. Anyway, so first game we play Louisiana, and nobody thinks we have a shot. I remember vividly. We're walking down this road to get to. You have to walk down this hill. It's on the road as well to get to your batting cages, and they make you walk. I don't know. Oh. There's golf carts all around, but they make your team walk. Anyway, I'm not complaining. We play in the League World Series, right? Yeah. But and a couple of my teammates, Easton Riley and Guy Carlson, said we're losing. I don't know who says that, but they literally said we're gonna lose. It's funny. And then we go out and Gavin Weir throws a no-hitter, and the rest is history. We win 2-0. Yeah, and we I don't know, it was just I think it was more fun too that we were just winning. Yeah. It was just man, you're here not only but you're winning games. You are a team that people need to beat. And
it's people are going to remember you.
Yeah, because you won. It's which that's not always they don't remember much of anyone else besides Gavin Weir. Because he was he did carry our team, right? Yeah. Like I said, there was some really good baseball players on our team. In baseball, you can't just do it with one person. You need more than one person. But he did do a lot of the load. But everyone forgets about Maddox Munson. That man, we played Louisiana game 1.
72.
Yeah, 72. Maddox Munson threw 72, 73. We played Louisiana game 1. We won 2-0 through a no-hitter. I think the best feeling, too, is seeing the fans' faces.
Oh, yeah.
After against California, I'm jumping ahead a couple games now, but against California, this is when we got to 3-0 and made it to the Tom Seaver Championship. When Gavin Weir throws a no-hitter and his last pitch, and you just see the California fans just in shock. We just lost to South Dakota. Yeah. And just got no hit by a farm guy. Well, he's not really a farm boy, but that's what they were thinking. Yeah. It was cool to see their faces in shock, this just happened. Yeah. And same with the Louisiana, they were just what? We just lost to South Dakota in the Little League World Series. Yeah. And anyway, but we beat Louisiana. Maddox Munson against Oregon. Again, I will say Oregon wasn't the greatest team, but we win 3-0. Gavin Weir hits a 3-run home run.
Gavin Weir goes yard. Yeah. Didn't have the best defensive game.
What do you mean? We had 0 errors.
Oh, is that...
That was the defensive game. Because Gavin Weir on the mound, we never got any plays just striking everyone out. Oh, we turned 2 double plays. We were making plays left and right, so was Oregon.
I thought that was the game that you guys fell apart.
No, it was Ohio in the
bad.
In the semifinal. My bad. But Oregon, Maddox Munson throws a one-hitter. We win 3-0, and we play phenomenal defense. He didn't strike many guys out. He struck out 5 guys, but we were making plays. And then the third game, we played California. Gavin Weir throws another no-hitter.
Do you know how many hits you guys had in that game?
In Yeah, okay. Actually, no.
Oregon game.
I remember each hit count in every game. We had 4 against Louisiana, 1-2-0. We had 5 against Oregon. We hit the ball pretty well, though, all game.
Yeah.
No, we had 6 against Oregon. 6. Against California, I think we had 4 or 5 as well.
Yeah. Yeah, our bats went cold. Our bats went absolutely cold.
I think for us, we didn't need to score runs. We had pitching all over.
That's the thing that
we only had to
didn't
score
have.
one run.
We didn't have that one dominant pitcher. Don't get me wrong. Ryan Henry, Kinnick Noble, Griffin Summer, great pitchers. Yeah. Great pitchers. And Devin Carden. They're great pitchers, but
it's a different comp out there.
Yeah, they didn't throw 70.
Yeah.
And if you don't throw 70, you're probably going to get a little bit rocked.
Yeah, it's tough. Anyway, but like we did, came fourth. We lost to Ohio then in the nation semifinal, came fourth, lost to Hawaii in the third place game. It was all right. It was whatever. But I kind of want to get into the gear stuff about what you get because I said we're going to do that, but we're late in here. But yeah, all in all, it was a great time. And you talked about, we had a pool back then. They don't anymore. We had a pool with the logo. It was pretty cool. And also, the food was great there.
Oh, yeah.
The food was great.
Definitely, the first few days were way better. But then it kind of started going down from there, but it was still pretty good. Anyway,
let's get into the gear here. As you can see, Bode's got a lot more. So what do you want to start with? The bat?
You got to start.
All right.
You actually broke a bat, which is pretty cool.
I broke 2. This one is broken. I broke this in-game, I think.
Yep.
The first one I had, I don't think I swung it in-game yet. They gave us these bats. We tested them out. These were great bats from a hot standpoint. Like, they could hit the ball pretty hard. They were just so thin in material. That's why. So when they make this material, when you make it thin, yes, you hit the ball so much better, but the breakage is crazy.
So
the first one I had,
Split in half.
I could put a picture up, but almost split in half. Yeah. I just want to make a disclaimer. If you guys are listening here, you'll listen to the end, but we might not do a draft. We'll see how much time it is.
We can probably get a draft. I don't know if we'll get into Hoop City, though.
No, we will not get into basketball. But this is what I'm expecting, a bunch of Little League talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought, all in all, good bat. Used it for like 5 games, so wasn't like you needed to last long.
That's so dumb.
But they just
5-game bat.
They refunded it, and
that's
then
absurd.
Yeah, you go on your bat.
All right, my bat got the hype fire. So this thing is juiced, but honestly, I got the wrong size. Kind of mad about that. I got a 3110. Probably should have got a 30. I was feeling too good about myself, but it's okay. It's a really good bat. Very hot. I think it's pretty close to ADV, but this, I didn't get time to break it in as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to swing it anymore, obviously, because it's from Little League World Series now. And I'm never going to use a USA bat probably ever again.
Yeah, they have to be USA certified. And next, I'll go into the cleats here. The cleats that we got were sick.
Gosh, but did they have Oakleys before the year before?
No, they never had. They hadn't had sunglasses since like 2018.
Oh,
so it was a while. But these here, cool Adidas. It's all Adidas gear.
And it's like drip themed.
Yeah, but it's all Adidas gear. The jerseys, the pants, the socks, the arm sleeves you get, the wristbands, all that stuff is all Adidas. So that's really cool. They hooked us up. The bottoms on these are sick. We got some nice cleats. I think I liked them a lot. They were comfortable. They weren't the lightest things in the world, but yeah, we had a bunch of drip themes. So there's a bunch of drips on the side. You can't see it.
Yeah.
But for those of you on Spotify, jump over to YouTube to look at this stuff. But yeah, it was cool. A lot of color going on here with some white theme, and it's cool. We still got some dirt on here from the past. But yeah, I really enjoyed these, but I think Bode's here that he got are better than mine.
Okay, so my cleats, geez, you wore a 10.5.
I wore a 10.5 or a 10 back when I was 12. You wore what?
6.5.
Yeah.
But now I wear 7.5. Jumped up.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
The one thing I noticed with his, I know he's going to explain it, but they are very light.
Very light. I actually got a pair of Turfs for this season. That's how much I love them. I'm probably
the same model kind of?
Yeah, I'm probably going to get a pair of cleats as well, since I need a new pair of cleats. But
those are sick, though.
These are like Galaxy themed, so they got like all sorts of different colors and stuff. And I actually changed out these laces. So we got to make custom cleats and like color on cleats. And me and Kinnick Noble, we took laces and like charms from the custom cleat thing
And put them on the cleat.
So we mismatched them. And yeah, and that's dope. And then they got that's a dope shoe. I hope they actually.
You want to get into your glove?
I hope they release.
Funny story about ours.
But
Still mad about it to this day.
They
We were
didn't get a
supposed
glove.
to get gloves. I remember in Indiana when we qualified for the League World Series, our coach brought us into his hotel room and they're like, "Hey, let's get your size of the glove. You know what kind of you want an infield glove, catcher's glove, first baseman." We get there, second day we're there. Mike's like,
No glove.
"No gloves," and I was just in shock.
Okay, so should we put up the other two gloves?
Dude, I don't know if we can do a draft or can I check if the camera's rolling still?
Yeah. Should we put up a picture of the other two gloves that I got to choose from? Or not?
Nah, but they were like blue and pink. What'd you think about the glove?
Honestly, it's an okay glove. Obviously, they give us a youth glove, but
It's not it's not an A2000
Yeah.
or a Heart of the Hide or
it's
an
just
A2K
it's
any means, but
it's a nice glove, but it's definitely not gonna last you that long. Especially like it's a very cheap leathery glove, but it's nice and it's like you got a glove from the Little League World Series, so it's just like
hey, I mean, Bode, we could make this an hour or so podcast today.
yeah, we can.
But next, I'm jumping into the gear, the warm-up stuff. They got a sweatshirt, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like this because it was different. I think the sweatshirts are still nicer, but this was sick. Adidas
I probably should have grabbed my
jacket,
shirt.
warm-up jacket. We wore this everywhere we went, days on, off. It was cool. You looked when everyone in your whole team was wearing it. You know,
Yeah.
you felt like you had some aura. Sorry, that was cringy. That was bad. I apologize.
my
for saying
gosh.
that. I feel like I was, but yeah, it's got the nice Little League 2021 World Series logo there, Adidas emblem. That was pretty cool. Short sleeve. Yeah, I really liked it. It was light, nice to warm up in. You didn't feel too heavy. You know, you felt like you could move in it, hitting it, do anything you wanted. So, I really liked it. No hood on it. Really, really sick warm-up jacket for sure. And you guys can see that he doesn't need to explain the hoodie there. It's up there. I mean, what'd you think about the hoodie? I mean, typical Adidas hoodie.
Yeah, typical Adidas hoodie.
I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's quality stuff.
This
By the way, these are
water-
the bags we got.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. I got white.
Mine are colored with our team though.
Oh, show them the Gatorade bottle. The
yeah,
GX.
I will. So, should I show them the helmet? I have the helmet.
You can show them the helmet. Don't go too much in the helmet. It's just a helmet. It's nice, though.
We all got all white helmet.
Ours are red.
And,
Oh, that's some just...
still kind of mad about it. Can't lie. Still kind of mad about it.
What?
So, I was a catcher as well. Didn't catch in the League World Series. Coach donated my catcher's gear to Little League. Still kind of mad about it. Don't want to hold a grudge, though, so it's okay.
GX bottle.
GX
Honestly,
bottle.
my favorite thing.
This is so dope. I should have grabbed the towel, but we all got custom GX bottles. So we all got it color coordinated to our team. Little League World Series logo on top. Obviously, name up top. Had to write
you
it,
wrote
but-
that in.
And then, kind of plain, but it's like still dope because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Not much there. It's just sick.
yeah.
I mean, not much.
Honestly,
the-
it kind of feels like less quality than the other GX bottles that you get in stock.
Why?
It feels so thin. Feel it.
Guys, it feels the same.
It's thin. Trust.
It feels the
Trust.
same.
Go get.
Oh, yeah, I can see.
It's
the
thin.
plastic feels a little...
It's thin.
Yeah, it feels a little cheaper. But
I think it's just because it's custom.
I mean, they gave us Gatorade bottles. Just the green ones.
Yeah, we got the regular green ones for Indy as well.
Jeez. Oh, they also have a Gatorade towel they got.
Oh my! Should I go grab? No.
No, it's fine. But it's got the same. It's got the
I
green.
might- I
It's
might
got the
be-
same design as the GX
Should I?
bottle.
Hey, we'll get a
Gatorade.
picture of it. We'll put a picture of it up there.
No,
Okay, whatever.
I got so many things to edit this to put pictures on. So
Okay.
anyway, let's see your next. What else? Oh, elbow
all I
guard.
got. Shoot. Should have grabbed.
Oh, more things. We did get batting gloves. They're in our shadow boxes we have that we kept for. If you guys don't know what shadow boxes are, it's just like a frame with all our stuff in it from the Lily World Series, I remember. So those are in there. Those were really cool. Those are some of my favorite batting gloves I've ever had. You guys got Bruce Bolt's, though. On top. Bruce Bolt hooked
us up.
This is not a little...
Who'd they hook up? Florida, Hawaii, and us. And I don't know who else.
Team Bruce Bolt batting gloves.
Team Bruce Bolt batting gloves. Unreleased. I told our coaches. So... Florida wore them in the first game. They got theirs taken away since they were unreleased. They got theirs taken away for, like, advertisement purposes. But, so I told my coaches, but on game day, we shouldn't wear those because we're going to get them taken away.
Because who got theirs taken away?
Florida.
Florida got their batting gloves taken away. I don't know why, because I don't think
they don't have a receipt or whatever, something like that. I don't know why.
Or maybe because they were
unreleased, and I don't know.
Or maybe what I think was, you know what? This is why I think they did it, or they took them away, because Bruce Bolt, they gave you guys them for free for the Little League World Series, right? Because you guys are all over TV. They gave you them for free so people on TV could see you watching them. I bet you Little League was like, what? No, hold on, let me finish. I bet you Little League was like, well.
We just gave you these. We just gave you these free Easton gloves. Want to do the same thing with them, sort of.
Free? No, but like the Bruce Bolt things. I'm sure Bruce Bolt never paid Little League anything.
Yeah.
Because Little League's a nonprofit, so they're not really going to get many sponsors. But Little League never let Bruce Bolt be their sponsor. So Bruce Bolt was giving these batting gloves out to these Little League players to try to just free sponsorship, and I'm sure Little League wasn't happy about it because they don't have any rights to that, and they said you guys can't wear them during the games. But you guys, see, Bode might have saved your whole team from getting them taken away.
I saved the whole team because everyone was kind of like, why don't we just wear them?
Yeah.
Because it's like they released the day after our game. Oh. And I was like, guys, I don't think we should wear these.
But you guys still got Easton gloves from the Little League World Series.
Those are huge.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing that was better from what I got was
the
batting gloves.
Those sizes are so whack.
Their batting gloves low-key sucked that they got.
No, they were nice. They were so nice.
They just didn't fit you.
They were huge. The only person that they fit on our team was Ryan Henry and Devin Cargan.
Big hands, man. Big hands.
So they also gave us headbands, a shirt, and an arm sleeve.
Yeah.
Which is pretty dope.
I can go with some stuff.
So,
you guys probably can't see it, but they gave us this arm sleeve here, right, with the Adidas strip.
And ours...
This is just some other stuff.
Our arm sleeves are all green.
Stuff. You know, kind of cool.
Ours are just green and white.
Anyway, though, I think that's it for the gear. We'll get into a draft in a second, but I want to ask you, during the Little League Classic, you got to go. We forgot all about the Little League Classic. The Little League Classic was great. You got to meet Aaron Judge, all these players. You got to sign balls. When I went, I got to fist bump Mike Trout. It's as close as I got to him, so that was pretty cool. We were in the middle of a rain delay for Oregon. We were under the stadium, and he walked through to talk. But what was it like interviewing Jazz Chisholm during the Little League World Series?
Honestly,
because he did not play during that game. It was the New York Yankees and Detroit Tigers. You got to interview Jazz Chisholm on TV. That I will put up here on the screen. What?
Was he injured or something?
No, yeah, maybe. But.
Okay, anyways.
So what was that experience like?
The reporter didn't give me...
Mike?
The reporter didn't really give me any instructions. I want to say just told me to ask any question that you want.
And what'd you ask him? Why don't you?
What's your favorite piece of, like, drip?
I really thought they didn't... I really thought that was something so you asked that. They just said ask whatever you want.
Which my coach just said, you're gonna do something with reporters tonight. So I had no clue what it was. And so I get called over mid-game. They take me under, like, I don't even know where it was. And there was also this other kid interviewed Jazz Chisholm as well, asked him a question. And it was just pretty cool. I don't even remember what he said. What? Oh, his chains. He said his chains.
Yeah. So. And Jazz Chisholm's a guy that is wearing his quote-unquote drip out on the field all the time. Chains, glove is all sparkly, the cleats, the belt. Even.
I also said he was my
wearing
favorite
grills.
I had him as my favorite player.
So that's pretty cool then. Your favorite player on like the introductions on TV. Mm-hmm. And then you got to go interview him. Yeah. Almost like it was meant to be.
For sure. And yeah.
You also got a little interview. And then the pin thing with.
Oh yeah, I got 4 or 5 interviews. I got mic'd up while trading
pins.
It was kind of underwhelming. It
was just on Kellerland local.
Yeah, but I didn't really get to trade much.
Yeah.
But it was short. It was like a 10-minute thing, which pin trading takes time.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that much time to trade or ask many people. So, yeah. And then...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you go.
Well, I was just going to maybe... Do you have anything else you want to say to the Lily World Series? Otherwise, we're going to be done and jump into a draft to finish it out for the day.
I think it's it.
There you have it. The Little League World Series stuff.
Definitely a lot more.
Yeah,
Just
that's not even everything.
That's not
even everything. I mean, we didn't even talk much about the Little League Classic.
I do have to say one thing.
Yeah.
I got a picture with Aaron Judge and Jazz Chisholm.
As a 12-year-old, you guys, I remember he was on the field. No. They let you guys on the field during warm-ups. Aaron Judge couldn't warm up because everyone was just swarming
him. I got Giancarlo Stanton sign my ball, Jazz Chisholm sign my ball, and gosh, why can I not think of his name? Gleyber Torres sign my ball as well. And I got to see Javier Baez. Craziest moment.
Even though he's fallen off, he's still an icon.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah, we got to see some players. Shohei Ohtani was there, so we got to watch Shohei Ohtani at the game. We were front row seat.
The only reason Kenyell got a signature with him with Javier Baez is because he spoke Spanish.
Hey.
He spoke Spanish to Javier Baez and got a signature
learn a
for me. He got it for me. He gave me the ball.
Wow.
So shout out Kenny.
W Mans.
Shout out Kenny because he knew I wanted Javier Baez. Yeah. So.
All right, let's jump into the draft. We're drafting. This is off topic of what we're talking about today. We'll try to make it quick. Let's see if we can get it done in 5, 6, 7 minutes.
It won't take that long.
We're drafting the best video games of all time. Bode, you get first pick.
I bet.
I'm going to sign into my computer here so I can look up. This is everything, guys. This is from video games to 1980s to mobile games. Let's see. There's going to be a lot of options.
Okay.
First pick.
Very iconic. Might be too early. Have to go with Galaga.
Galaga at 1, Bode?
Yes.
That's a great game, but
it's so iconic. So iconic.
You could have went so much better.
It's okay. Galaga, though.
My first pick. Hold on.
Alright, bro.
Say something.
Me?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Galaga the Y. It's just iconic. It's that shooting game with the spaceship and my dad was pretty good at it, he said. Yeah. Anyway, let me do this since I'm on my computer.
Alright, bro. Let's go.
For my first pick, I will be taking Pac-Man.
Nice. Where do I get it? Oh, yeah. Snake Draft. Where are you going with this?
Pac-Man, obviously it's Pac-Man.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
Yep.
Just iconic when it comes to games. Second pick, I will be taking Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't understand. Yes, there's other stuff on the table that are more recent right now. But Pac-Man...
Is Super Mario Bros. On the table?
Oh, of course.
Where do I go with this?
Boy, I might be giving you a pick, but don't forget about Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I know.
These are our most iconic games. Look, there's more...
Where do I go with this? I feel like you're...
Mario Kart and Pac-Man's a great start. We're picking 4 here. 42nd pick. You get 2 picks here.
Okay. Where do I go with this? No, that's a stupid pick. Okay. I'm going to go with Super Mario Bros. Am I 2?
Oh, Super Mario. Okay, yeah. Or Super Mario World.
Whatever.
Yeah.
People know what we're talking about.
The maps where you try to beat Bowser?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, yeah. I like that.
And then, third pick.
Yeah.
Gosh. Where do I go? GTA.
What? You've never played GTA. You want to... I'll let you take it back.
No,
right now.
I don't want to take it back.
GTA. All right, I guess that's just a pick for the people. You're just doing it for the fans.
Yo,
You're doing it
for the fans.
Unbelievable. All right, my third and fourth pick. I could go Minecraft here.
Yeah,
which
you
might be
could.
but I have to take Fortnite, dude.
Yeah.
It's one of the most influential games
Yep.
to date of our time.
Yep.
It's even if you don't like it right now, back in the day, like it's Fortnite, iconic. Pac-Man, Mario Kart, Fortnite.
Gosh, I'm so bad at picking stuff.
I'm taking Minecraft.
Good pick.
Also, yeah.
What am I at? 4 picks?
It's Minecraft, guys. I don't know how else to explain it. Just iconic. I have iconic pieces all over the board today. I'm
Where do
so
I
happy with
go?
my draft. Super Smash Bros.
Oh my gosh.
I'd go Super Smash Bros.
I don't know. Do you have this?
I'm not a big Minecraft player, but for the people.
I don't
A
know
lot of
if you
people
have
love
this
Minecraft.
written down.
You can say it, whatever you want.
This isn't my
I
pick.
think you already
This
lost,
isn't my
buddy.
final pick. I'm just
You
kind of
lost.
thinking
You
out
lost
loud.
already.
I know I already lost, but this is my pick. I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about Halo is up there.
You've never played Halo.
It's for the people.
Dude, no. Take
That's
something
so
better,
iconic,
dude.
bro.
I know, but like, dude, no.
But I will take Super Smash Bros. For my 5 pick.
Okay. I definitely won, but it's your first time. I'm
Yeah.
a vet. I know. So Bode took Galaga, Super Mario World, GTA, and Super Smash Bros. I took Pac-Man, Mario Kart, Fortnite, and Minecraft. Let's just say that's wraps. That's a 4-0 sweep in any series. That's complete. It's over. Anything else you want to say about that?
Wait, so what did you pick again? Say it again.
Pac-Man, Mario Kart, Fortnite, and Minecraft.
Pick one more. I just want to make it complete.
No, we're not doing one more pick.
Okay.
We're already at an hour.
Okay.
We
Whatever.
always do 4.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say here before we jump off? Because we're about to be done here in an hour. Can't believe I went an hour with you. We both learned today, even though we interrupt yourself, we like to talk a lot.
Yeah.
If you guys are still with us again, you guys are real ones here for an hour long. But, Bode, anything else you want to say before you head out?
Nope.
That's it. That's your last words. Any last words?
Nope. I'm all out.
All right. Thank you for being here and thank you for being on. And if you're joining us here on Spotify, please make sure to check out YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And if you're on YouTube, check all those other platforms out. Spotify, Amazon Music. We're also on iHeartRadio now. But with that, thank you, Bode. And Breckin Biteler out.